put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career. I'd be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
Okay, so we go 1, 2. That's it. That's it.
They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute.
Move. That's it. Move your hip. Come on. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. Okay.
And you put this dress on, and it, huh? What? This prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Hey, now the second one we're gonna do, we're gonna ball change with our feet, okay? And our arms are gonna go in that position. All right? Both sides. So we start now. That's it. Come on. Stretch both your arms and your legs, okay? That's it. Okay, now.
Now the producers comes, come on, David, would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why are they putting us in these dresses?
The third one we're gonna do, we're gonna move, but we're gonna start in that position. And then we're gonna move the hip both to the left and to the right, okay? We start that way. That's it. That's it. Twist the body with it. And enjoy it, because it's all fun. That's it. Twist it. Okay, we do the whole thing.
But the minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
I'm gonna get into some of these rituals and stuff, these humiliation rituals and things, man. Way I see it, they all tied together. They all represent some type of satanic fraternity or satanic club induction. And a lot of people don't recognize that, but it goes back to what I was saying before, man, about the cloning aspect and with Dave Chappelle and them and how they wanted them to do certain things, man, for them to get into the $1 million club, the $1 billion club, all that money and stuff. You got to do something. It goes back to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like I showed you the 33 days from the day that, no. It was 41 days from the day that Kobe died. It was Shaquille O'Neal's birthday. And Shaquille O'Neal happened to be a what? Okay, you'll see in this video, because I'm gonna play it. I don't know if I play the whole thing because it's a long video, and then I want to show y'all another video. So I got 2 videos I want to put together and jam and cram so y'all get it. But y'all need to understand how this world been working. That's what I'm trying to show y'all, how it's been working and how it's been deceiving the people, deceiving us. Like, you ain't think much of some of this stuff when it was going on because you was oblivious, like you were asleep. But once you awake and you look at it, it makes sense. Start paying attention, start seeing, oh, I see how they operate. I see what it is. I see what they doing.
Like the concept of hell comes from. It's the lower 4th dimensional frequency. Now we have in our DNA the ability to conjure and call upon them if a ritual is done in the right way. So you can, why ritual is so important to them is because whenever you do a ritual, you're then reactivating the morphogenetic field of anybody else who's ever done that ritual before. So if you do a ritual, you're reenacting everybody else who's done it before, then that you can, if you know what you're doing, you bring them into being. And each one of the 72 is defined as being used for a different thing, some for money, some for fame, etc. So I don't know the exact details of each one, but I know that they're dukes, princes, kings of quote-unquote hell. and then you bring them up, and then they can help you out for certain things. They can grant you certain things. I think it's where the genie and the lamp comes from, the concept. The jinn is still connected with that concept, but so Belial or Belial is the one that he was connecting with. Also, there's a just trying to think of the castle in Scotland, which was the Queen Mother's residence. It was also called
Holyrood.
No, not Holyrood.
Yeah,
No,
this is. I think a friend of mine went to that castle in way back in the 90s, which we talked off camera about, but don't want to mention the name.
No, that's in Scotland as well, and it's directly connected by tunnels to Boleskine. And Crowley was a royal anyway, really.
Yeah, but what do you mean directly connected by tunnels to?
Most of the certainly, I'm sure this goes for France and Germany and Switzerland and all of the external architecture of the castles and main Gothic
This is something you
cathedrals.
referred to it in Canterbury.
That's one of the main ones, because so many energy grid lines are crossing there. They're connected. If you go underneath them, there's either portals or there's a tunnel system or a magnetic rail system that connects them all up. A lot of
magnetic rail.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. 4,000 Mark 4 speed magnetic rail system that goes under. But back to the thing, to the Crowley opening that door. He was trying to summon Belial in a 6-month ritual. 6 months it takes to do the ritual that he was doing, and he collapsed at the end. It was just a broken man at the end, and couldn't finish it. Left the house and went back to London and had a big fight with McGregor Mathers, who was the other member of the Golden Dawn. Sort of, they were the two kind of leaders of the Golden Dawn at the time.
So either way, man, I wanted y'all to see the videos, man. I think these are good for y'all to check out, because it's got a lot of information and it's gonna put y'all on point. Here we go. We're gonna start with this humiliation ritual. I think this is a good one. Boom, boom. Let's get this queued up. Cue me up. Okay.
Weight problems. Try this simple ice hack with water before bed. You may not know this, but the biological difference between overweight and lean people is not the number of calories you can.
I was right. It was only a 3.5-hour virus. I can't wait for you to take me to Santa Barbara for the weekend. I hear they have nude beaches.
And welcome back to the dating game. I'm your obligatory host. Now let's meet our new bachelorette. Please welcome Miss Wanda Wayne. Holy crap! So, Wanda, tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay, for real though. First of all, I won Miss High Pro Glow 3 years in a row. Then I won Miss Swap Meet for 2 years, and then I was like a second runner in Miss Compton, but it was some political stuff going on. Someone got some hair weave spray that came up missing, but you know, I got my own natural blonde hair. I don't know about
That's very nice, Wanda. Very nice indeed. Now, let's meet our bachelors. Bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, and bachelor number 3.
Wanda, number 3 is my lucky number. I hope it's yours too, girl, because I believe we could have a lot of fun together.
Ain't nobody asked you nothing. You sound like you're bourgeois anyway.
I can see my breath in here. Well, Wanda, if you're...
Hi, I'm Jared Milo, and thanks for tuning in. You know, before I learned how to exercise properly, I was a poor excuse for a woman. Just look at those unsightly lumps of lard protruding from my sternum. I was so weak and frail back then, I couldn't even tear a telephone book in half. But I made that change, and you can too. So let's get busy burning off those bothersome bazooms. Girls, are you ready? All righty. Let's start with a stretch.
Cable access. Channel 62 presents Men on Film.
Hello, I'm Blaine Edward. And I'm Antoine Mayweather. And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view. Tonight's show is sponsored by Nuts and Honey. What'd you say? Nut and honey. I bet you can't eat just one.
Yeah,
I bet
that
I
part.
could.
Y'all see how they got everybody kind of jammed up in this stuff?
They're here.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Church Chat. I'm the church lady. You know, it's interesting times in America, right? And now we've landed on the exciting presidential matchup between a godless liberal Democrat.
Put my electricity back on. You can't be alone on New Year's. Come on, it's just not right. You want me to stay that long? I got you going on your big cruise.
Jill, I want you to come on the cruise with us.
I can't believe it. Of course I'll come with you. Thank you. Yes. I mean, you want yes. Yes. Oh my God, cruising through Europe.
Perfect gown for you.
All right, Jackie, slow down. Okay, wearing lipstick is one thing, but a gown, it's kind of fruity.
No, it's not, Michael. Bobby wears dresses. Joe Namath wears pantyhose.
No.
I'll be right back.
Jackie, I said no. All right, nothing too girly, and I mean it.
Oh, God, Michael, that dress. You're way prettier than Bowie.
A lot prettier than you.
That's not funny, Michael. Did you just hear a car pull off?
Relax. Your parents aren't supposed to be home for like another hour. It's me.
Hi, Daddy.
We're stuck in.
No, Daddy, I love him.
Boom! Damn it, Fez!
We might breeze through some of these, man. There's a lot.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know if you know. I'm just worried about you funky, and I feel like it's just not your funky style, you know.
No, Elena. Yes, it is. No, yes. That.
You're not getting the earrings back.
Actually, I just want to say this was wrong and sorry. And for the record, I knew it was wrong the whole time. Okay.
Why'd you do it?
Convention A. Wallace, of course, the first African American, the first female, and first child pope.
And what is the new pope doing?
Pope Convention is lifting her arms into her signature muscle man pose.
What's up, Suzanne?
Yeah, not much.
you are using your head because I need to God bless you. You know, I'm feeling fabulous because
Man, they got a lot of them, man. I think every male in Hollywood done took a part of this dang ritual. To be honest with y'all, man. Matt Damon. Oh yeah, I trip off of this one though. Check it out. Cause this is key to the next part, man. I'm gonna play for y'all. Trip off this, guys.
Miss Buttercup, skull and bones, accept or reject? Accept. Not words anyway. How does it feel being a woman? Why do you want to know?
Gentlemen, I will remind you, you have all taken an oath of secrecy. You have been chosen to become members of America's most secret society. For over 100 years, Skull and Bones members have included a president, vice presidents, Supreme Court justices, congressmen and senators, captains of science and industry, the very best of America.
Oh, buddy, you think I got hair growing out of it? All kinds of stuff, girl. I need some kind of manicure, pedicure, something. I need to get this done.
I have a really, really important delivery coming. Can you let me know when it gets here?
Oh, yes, Miss Williams, you the boss. I live to serve.
I'm overheating. What y'all got the heat on up in here? Because, girl, I'm going to have to take a paper towel to my underboobies.
I'll be fine.
Okay, did you get all that?
Hold on. Now.
Oh, listen. See the ring? Inducted. I don't know why they got that stupid.
Well, your attitude is so much better. Therapy has made me a much calmer person, Jimmy. You.
Well.
Pam. Hey, girl.
Patrick Swayze. Good one. Oh, Wesley Snipes. Damn. Man.
Kiki Rodriguez.
I'm the Latino Marilyn Monroe. I got more
Kiki.
legs than a bucket of chicken.
They were headed for Hollywood.
Think of it as Easy Rider in dresses.
On a sacred mission.
We must take this message from Miss Newmar with us across the land. Company, baby?
No, we're not. Thank you.
It's worth $50. You get in the back seat, my friend here, just have a little chat.
My pleasure, Mr. Eyeglass.
Boy, here we go.
Hello. Give me snack cake.
I think there's been a mistake. I don't know.
In these difficult times, some people will do anything to find a job. But if you're in the right place, at the right time, there's no telling how far you can go. You're,
About the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done.
Orson.
That's pretty pricey for a pair of petty pants.
I'm sorry, Rudy, but some of your personal stains require a pimp. Private thing. So you struck out, okay. Okay, bye, fool. Let's wake up, amigo.
Damn. Bill Murray? Not you too. Oh, wow. Brad Pitt. Man, needless to say, man, they pretty much got everybody. It seemed like everybody that been part of Hollywood at some point, they didn't have to part or take part in the humiliation rituals. Only people I didn't see like Samuel Jackson. I don't know. It might be something out there with him. Cuba Gooding, you know, some of the guys like that. Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage did something before, if I'm not mistaken. I think he dressed up like a woman or something to get out of a prison or something like that. I don't know. I have to go back, man. But John Travolta, I know he did something. Yeah, like you start looking back, man, you start thinking like, yeah, it's a lot of them that actually went that way, like they had to. It was part of the humiliation. So I'm gonna play this other one too for you too, man, because I think this one kind of coincides with that. Like you got to look at it for what it is, because we're talking about the satanic rituals that get you into, like I showed y'all with the they had this little skull and bones thing there, and they showed Matt Damon like he got inducted after he did the humiliation ritual. You see what I'm saying? He did that, act like a woman, and he got in on the humiliation ritual. Now you start looking at these fraternities and stuff. That's what we about to go next with it. These fraternities and stuff, they kind of the same way. They go into these rituals and things like that, man. I mean, they do some real foul stuff, man. People be dying, all kind of stuff be happening in these things, man. And these things ain't what they believe. And it's like that. Like people don't know what it is until they get in it. Like even for like the Freemasonry and stuff like that, they don't know the levels of it. They like people be on a lower level and they think it's all good until they get to like the 33rd degree or something like that. That's when the stuff really hit the fan. You know, I had a partner that he believed, oh, my uncle, he'll free, you know, Freemason, and he don't do nothing. I would know if it was something. I would know. No, you would not know, because they so into secrecy, fool. You don't understand that. So that's the kind of stuff, man. It's been deception in Hollywood, and I don't know how some of them got involved with this stuff, because from what I hear, you get in it, and it's kind of like what Mel Gibson was saying. You know, you get in it, and you know at some point that these people that you've been good to gonna do you wrong. You know, they're gonna hold something over your head. They're gonna try to get you to do something. You know, they all involved with this crooked stuff. And you're like, dang, I didn't know. I didn't think, you know, I heard rumors, I thought, but I didn't know. Same thing Dave Chappelle was saying. So people get involved with this stuff, and then they don't know the depths that it actually go to until they get involved. It's the same way with these fraternities and sororities. They be thinking they know something. Like I know so many people that have gotten these fraternities and sororities, and then when they get in there, it's not what they thought it was gonna be. They doing humiliation rituals and stuff. They doing things and don't even know what they chanting and stuff. They throwing up symbols and they thinking they cool. They doing these little dances, something. They think they know what they doing. They don't know nothing, man. They completely oblivious, and that's what it is to be asleep. When you awake, you notice, you pay attention, stuff starts to make sense to you. But when you're asleep, it's just like, hey, ain't no harm, no foul. I don't see no evil, hear no evil, know no evil. You know, but when you know evil, you know better. You see what I mean? That's why, like, when I was taking my own journey with a lot of this stuff, man, I knew better because I learned. It was enshrined in me. It was ingrained in me since birth, you know, to understand and pay attention to the signs. So I'm gonna show y'all the video, man, so y'all can see for yourself.
These Greek letter organizations are all antichrist. They are rooted in ancient false god worship and are deeply connected to Freemasons.
Make way for the Phi Beta Gamma! Phi Beta Gamma step!
What shocks me is a lot of so-called Christians in the public eye who have been made celebrities represent these Greek letter organizations as if the Bible doesn't state that we cannot serve two masters while here on earth.
But see, that's something I was talking about before as well, guys. If you remember, it was in one of the last videos, we talking about the Greek mythology and stuff. See, it starts to make sense. You start putting this stuff together. It's like it's right there in front of your face, but you don't know because you're asleep. right? But the Greek mythology, okay, the signs and the symbols from Greek mythology, okay, you actually become part of that worship, like that religion in a sense. You become part of that. Like you no longer are like yourself. You become that sorority or that fraternity that you then pledge yourself to. You're pledging what you're doing is you're pledging your soul. You see what I'm saying? You're pledging your spirit. But before you even knew what it was, they got you in, sworn in through secrecy. And by the time you got in, you didn't even know what you was getting into. It's the same thing. So let me play the video.
Matthew 6:24 says, "You will love one, but despise the other. There is no way around it." Ephesians 5:11 says, "Have nothing to do with the deeds of darkness, but rather expose them." And that is exactly why we're here today. Everyone in these organizations have submitted themselves to demonic rituals and oaths at some point in time. But if you ask them, you're sure to get a no or no answer at all, because of course they are under oath and cannot speak on it. They are soul tied. I mean, that's what the whole move is based off of, y'all. Secrecy and oaths. They put a Christian front on for you, but it's only in mockery. These organizations hide behind a Christian cover, but whenever you mix Jesus with any other God, you are a worker of darkness. There is not many ways to God. There is only one way. And anyone who promotes the concept of many ways is operating within the spirit of the Antichrist. As fraternity and sorority members go through these rituals, they believe that they are being enlightened, which falls in line with the illuminated ones, which is where you get the title Illuminati. These organizations are only the bridges to get you to Freemasonry and other Luciferian occults. This is why it is documented that 50% of all Greek letter organization members eventually cross over to Prince Hall Freemasonry and Eastern Starship.
See, that's what happens, man. They basically prepping you for these other cults and to graduate, to move up in the ranks and be more susceptible to those type of organizations later on. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's priming your mind. And they don't even see it, they don't even understand it, but they're more likely to get involved with it. They're more likely to get involved with it if they've already been subjected to it at an early age or been indoctrinated when they went to college. And they do it like, oh, they promise you. It's like the same thing with Hollywood. They promise you riches and fame in Hollywood. They promise you all these different incentives or all these different perks and stuff. If you join this fraternity, oh, you'll have the brotherhood, you'll have the sisterhood. Oh, we'll take care of you. Make sure you got a good career. Make sure that you got different things that you want. Make sure that you're popular. Make sure you're known. We'll make you feel like you somebody. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not strong in heart and strong in spirit, man, you will fall for that stuff. You'll be deceived. Let's go and play it.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Ebony Gardner, and I am a former member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I had been a member of Delta Sigma Theta for about 12 years before I denounced. You know, I just want more of you, God, and less of me. And I remember just pouring out my heart, you know, for God just to clean me up, because that's the thing that we should be seeking. You know, God, the word says, be ye holy because he is holy. And every day we should be striving, you know, to be more and more like Christ. And to get to know him deeper and on a whole nother level.
In order to be in these groups, you must take a pledge. A pledge is a promise or vow. And speaking of vows, hold up. My corporate name I have been issued in all caps is Denevius Bivens, but I am better known as a child of God. And today I denounce. I denounce any vow or pledge that I made while growing up.
Girl, put your right hand over your heart. And baby, just promise that you'll never go too far.
The vow I made when standing before a flag of this U.S. without proper knowledge of what I was promising or vowing to. In that vow, we were told to say one nation under God. And until you tell me what God, I do not consent to a vow I know nothing about. And I definitely do not serve the Queen.
Girl, put your right hand over your heart. And baby, just promise that you'll never
one nation under God.
I serve the true and living God by way of Jesus Christ through the workings of the Holy Spirit. Now back to them Greek groups.
I don't know what that spirit was, but I was not for it. There were even girls on my line who wanted to get this young lady arrested, and it creates a gang-like animosity. Once I crossed over, it wasn't just, oh, Marie, you know, it was, oh, Marie, the AKA, or Marie, number 12. And you kind of lose your identity, and AKA just takes over.
There have been countless stories of men and women losing their lives to get in these organizations, y'all. Luke chapter 12 verse 2 says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, nothing hid that shall not be known." Listen, y'all, we in a season where all Satan's tricks and deceptions are being exposed. So please don't look at me as a hater or somebody bitter or someone trying to gain any type of clout. I'm simply here to warn you of this darkness so that you can be free from spiritual bondage if you have been ever caught up in this whole trap of a system or have known anybody who's fallen victim to it. A real friend tells you the truth, man, even if it hurts. And I've learned throughout my life that everybody don't like taking that medicine, man. The first line in the Delta hymn song at every chapter meeting states, "Delta, with glowing hearts, we praise thee." So you tell me, how can you praise God and Delta at the same time? Spiritually, life doesn't work that way, man. This organization is out here to do the same thing that the street gangs were created to do.
That's what it's all about, man. You know what all this means? That these women are gonna kill me? No, son. The frat is not in your steps, it's in your soul. All right?
And that is to collect souls for the kingdom of Lucifer. Have y'all seen the makeup and vow that the presidents of these groups take? It talks about speaking in a new tongue, one that is not of God, and partaking in rituals, traditions, and keeping secrets, and devoting all time and assets to the organization. These organizations require so much of your time and devotion that you wouldn't have any left to seek after God even if you wanted to. And in their ritual books, they also say that they are devoted to the eternal spirit of truth. And when I tried the spirit by the spirit as the word tells us to, I see that spirit that they praise is false. Because any spirit that mixes the true and living God with other gods is false. They out here worshiping Aphrodite, Zeus, Hestia, Apollo, and many other gods, y'all.
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's the whole, like, if you look at it, that's what Greek mythology is. And now they have taken it and they really kind of twisted it into their own little so-called followers or servants, so to speak. And who knows how these people become, you know, used or possessed or whatever, but you worshiping those gods, basically, those Greek gods, in a sense.
Alpha Phi Alpha prides themselves on so-called being first of all, but they fail to realize that God is the true Alpha and Omega of all. If the Baphomet is the overall god of the Freemasons, and the sororities and fraternities were created by Freemasons, then they all fall under what? The Baphomet. Simple. Anytime you get on your knees in all white with candles being lit and make a pledge like Sigma Gamma Rho does, this is basically a traditional ceremony in an attempt to leave you soul tied to whatever god is attached to that group. People don't get it, man. This entire life is about your soul, man. Also in the Delta ritual book, it says that all Deltas work in the name of the sorority. But God clearly tells us in Colossians 3:17, whatever you do, do it in the name of Jesus only. So I ask you again, how Christian are these folks, y'all? They aren't. They use that as a cover to keep a more pure image on the outside to the masses who lack knowledge of them so they can recruit better and recruit more. It's all about the soul snatching, y'all. Remember, Satan hides behind many concepts while down here on earth. Ain't it funny how there's like 1 million satanic groups out there that make up the Luciferian church and they all go against one Bible? And when you join these groups, you go through what is called hazing. and that is degrading and humiliating acts that are attached a lot of times to physical abuse. And there are many reports of people dying from this abuse.
Guys, remember I just said the humiliation rituals, man, it's the same thing. They do the humiliation rituals in Hollywood, man. They do the humiliation rituals here. You see what I'm saying? It's something with that they have to pretty much break somebody down to their lowest points and make them more susceptible to the BS. That just lets you know, like, hey, I'm down for this. I'll do whatever. I'll basically sell my soul, and I'll let y'all use me however you want.
People dying from this abuse, y'all. And what are the consequences of these deaths? A slap on the wrist and a minor suspension of the fraternity activities, letting you know that the schools are 100% involved. They killing people out here, y'all. But Chosen King, the crazy one though, right? Wrong. Some of the ways that the people have died during these hazings are drowning, alcohol poisoning, death from high falls with internal bleeding, hit by a train, broken neck, gunshots, electrocution, suffocations, hit by a vehicle, buried alive, and etc. Now picture people killing other people on the campus and walking around smiling afterward like everything is normal. Because they are all under oath to keep the secret. This stuff is ridiculous, man. And it's straight out of the kingdom of darkness. They say these organizations do a lot for the community. Well, you can do a lot for a community without joining the organization, so you can miss me with that. All it takes is a willing heart and some spare time.
We normally don't know exactly what we're getting ourselves into until you actually get into the process, and that's because there's a lot of secrecy involved. In fact, that's why they call them secret societies. You may hear of them as Greek orgs, being Greek, or just secret societies, sororities, fraternities, Panhellenic organizations. These are just some of the different names you may have heard of. For those who are not familiar, oftentimes we can have blindfolds on spiritually, be spiritually blinded, because when we enter into various covenants, we don't realize the seriousness of covenants, and God takes covenants very serious. So what happens is sometimes we compromise and we mix what the Word of God says with things that we want to do carnally to incorporate into our daily lives, and we add our own spin to it. But if it's negating what the Word of God originally told us, that we shall have no other gods, then there's a problem. For Delta Sigma Theta specifically, when you're pledging, there is a god that is mentioned during the rituals. When you're a pyramid, which pyramid of people who are online pledging, there's a goddess that is mentioned called the goddess of wisdom. Okay, so they're already setting it up for you. They're telling you that wisdom comes from this goddess. And then they go on to say the name. They named her, well, her name is Minerva.
The first organization in the U.S. was started in the 1700s, and it was built off the philosophies of Sir Christopher Wren, who was a Mason around the 1600s. He is also the founder of the Royal Societies, aka a branch of secret society. Now, I know a lot of you may have joined one of these groups solely off the family traditions of your home. Some of you probably were blind to the initial purpose of these groups. Satan is basically a shapeshifter. And what I mean by this is, one moment he can be operating through a blood gang member, the next operating through an Eastern Star, the next through a Delta, the next...
Guys, that goes back into what we were talking about before, talking about the transfer of spirits and also being able to be possessed. Okay, so basically what they're able to do with these folks that join these fraternities and stuff, think about it. They're asleep. So what does that mean? They vibrating at a very low frequency. So what does that mean? They can be possessed. Their body, their vessel can be infiltrated. They can be used. Okay, you can be used by who? Satan, the devil. You see what I'm saying? You can be used. You can be possessed by evil spirits, dark entities. You can be possessed. You're basically doing rituals. See what I'm saying? You started off with rituals, humiliation rituals. The same stuff these Hollywood folks is doing. All this stuff that they doing and this chant and all these dances and stuff, man, it all goes back to the rituals. And you basically opening up yourself to be used and possessed.
Next to a demonic president or world leader and so on. Y'all don't get it? The same spirit of darkness operating through different vessels.
Alabama State University, I bring to you today 3 the hard way.
And these sororities and fraternities are lining up vessels for Satan to work through. And for anyone who wants a deeper relationship with the Father, these organizations are not the way to go. If you are not 100% committed to serving the true and living God of the Bible by way of Jesus Christ, then by default, you are serving Satan. Bone dust.
No. It's not about the tags on your car. It's not about throwing up the hoods. It's not about the step show. You know what all this means? That these women are gonna kill me? No, son. The frat is not in your steps, it's in your soul. Alright?
So, anywho, guys, heard the last part to say, resist the devil and he will flee. But if you invite the devil in, he will come and he will take over. That's what these people are doing. They have invited the devil. A lot of them have invited the devil in. That's how you sell your soul. You invite the devil in and he give you this and give you that. Now you got what? Split personalities like YNW Melly. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta pay attention, man, to how this stuff works out here. It's a little deeper than what they lead us to believe, but you do a little digging, man, and just use your common sense, which a lot of people just don't have, unfortunately, because of the fluoridation. You can figure this stuff out. You really can. But I want to put that together, guys, because I believe those two aspects of entertainment and fraternities and sororities, I believe they are glued and conjoined at the hip. I don't think there's no way around it, man. You doing the rituals, doing the who knows what else they might be doing. You know, I didn't join nothing like that. I didn't want to, man. I never really felt good about that stuff. I don't know how some of y'all felt, but it always just was kind of odd to me. And I saw that people that really wanted to belong or really wanted status and stuff like that. I was never a guy chasing status. Like I didn't need nothing to make me who I am or make me understand who I was or feel like I was important. I didn't need that. I knew folks that did, and they ran that route. I know folks that swear, you know what I'm saying? And it goes back to, like I said, for me, it's like it's a spiritual thing. You know, if your pineal gland is not calcified, I believe that some of this stuff will be more apparent to you. You'll be able to see, you know, the smoke and mirrors. You'll see through the smoke screens that they putting up. But I know so many folks that join this stuff and they claim, you know, Christian and all that, but they don't even know what they've gotten themselves into. They didn't do much research into it. You see what I mean? They don't understand because they ain't being led by the Spirit. They don't know. You know, and I know a lot of them folks that went and took that you know what? You know what I'm saying? If you knew her, you probably might not, but if you've been here a while, then you know what I'm talking about. They went and took that. You feel me? So anyway, guys, this video ain't gonna be much longer, man. I just wanted to put that information together for y'all so y'all can see what it is, man. I'm gonna have another video in the next couple of days, probably next 2 days. I'll put something else out. I've been putting videos out like around the clock, man. I've been in the movie making mood, I guess. You know, just putting stuff together for y'all. So hope everybody's cool, man. Y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, at the end of each video, I'm going to tell y'all once again about the products that we are moving right now. This deals with the parasites. If you haven't dealt with parasites, deal with the parasites. Just a quick reminder, we got the IV 1 week supply for 30, 2 week supply for 60. That deals with the shedding. That also deals with the, if you taking the walk, it's supposed to slow that stuff down. We also got the DE Parasite Detox, kills parasites inside the body. That's a very important thing. If you don't know, guys, parasites are responsible for majority of illnesses. They won't tell you that. Okay, it also is linked to dementia, depression, suicide, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, shoot, a host of other things, man. The parasite detox is 40. You can get the whole bundle, the IV and the DE parasite detox for 80. Okay. We also got the body shot detox. That's 45. It's a 1-dose bath. It gets all the stuff out your skin and everything. And then the other gets that out the skin. That's the stuff they spray this guy. All right. Get that out. Also, we talking about the pineal gland, decalcifying the pineal gland. I had some people hit me up about that. We do got the Genesis pineal gland decalcifier. Okay, we had that on deck. It's 50 for the 30-day supply, 100 for the 60-day supply. It's recommended that you do 2 months at least. A lot of people do it ongoing, like they live just using it because it decalcifies pineal gland, but also kills the fluoride that's in your system, that's getting in your system. It also deals with arthritis, and it kills the candida that's in your system. It does a lot, needless to say. But anyway, guys, you can get that bundle. That's the body shot detox and the Genesis pineal gland decalcifier. You can get that for 135, or you can bundle both packages for 200. And I had some people ask about shipping to Australia and London, and where else they asked about? Germany. Yeah, we doing shipments out the country, man. It's $60 additional on top of your package, whatever you order. So if you're going to order that, make sure you put $60 with it to handle the shipping and handling. Okay. But anyway, guys, I'll have that information in the description box below. Make sure y'all send your name and address, also your order if you can fit it in there. And you can do that to Cash App, NETMOSTWANTED. Okay, or you can send it to PayPal, paypal.com/NETMOSTWANTED. All right, y'all be safe. I will catch you on the next video.